The Laws of Ascension, Chapter 92, Treasure. Take care of the patrol first, Lorik says as the four beastmen jump over the gate. The three beastmen on patrol arrive at the same time. Nyx Fang turns her fire and ice spears to the patrol. She fires them as the four beastmen from inside the fence howl. Each one of them uses their magic on their bodies. One has flames bloom on his arms and legs. The next creates a stream of water that flows behind him. Green wind appears and wraps around the fists of another. The last one has rocks jump off the ground and float around him. They can use magic, Nyx Fang says before turning back to the patrol. She runs toward them to finish them off up close. Her spears took out one of them, but they were prepared, and two of them managed to dodge, though one was left injured. Two of the beastmen using magic rush Nyx Fang as she runs. Lorik takes a deep breath and casts Heavy Beast Roar. The familiar magic circle appears behind his head, and a wolf's head pops out. It roars, shaking and increasing the weight of all souls who hear it. Only Lorik and Nyx Fang are left unharmed. Lorik, since he's the spellcaster, and Nyx Fang, since her soul is intimately connected to Lorik's. As soon as he's finished his beast roar, Lorik casts increased gravity on the area. Again, Nyx Fang is immune to the increase in weight thanks to their connection. Nyx Fang closes the distance and pounces on one of the beastmen. Blood sprays across the grass as her claws dig into its chest. Lorik charges the four using magic. He's readied his sword aura and swings his claws. His sword aura chases down the beastmen using stone and wind laws. They dodged, but the sword aura turned to chase them down. They each get caught off guard as the sword aura pierces their flesh. It cuts them each into pieces that quickly disappear. Already? Lorik says, a little surprised. He expected them both to survive his sword aura. He was just hoping it'd keep them back and prevent a 4-on-1 until Nyx Fang finished the patrol. The beastman with fire charges Lorik and throws a punch. Lorik blocks with his gauntlet before throwing a right hook. It connects with the beastman's jaw, causing him to stumble back. Before Lorik can go for the killing blow, the beastman with water attacks. They keep a few feet between them. The stream of water behind them shoots out balls of water. Lorik jumps back to dodge while readying another round of sword auras. Before even finishing them, two spears pierce the beastman from behind, one fire and the other ice. Nyx Fang walks over proudly as their corpses disappear. Just the big boss left, Nyx Fang says while turning to the camp. There's a roar from inside coming from the beastman boss. Lorik and Nyx Fang wait outside the fence. Lorik sees the beastman boss's aura. He watches him get up and roar before running toward them. Here he comes, Lorik says, warning Nyx Fang. She nods and readies her ice and fire spears. Lorik still has the sword auras he prepared earlier. They attack as the beastman boss jumps the fence. Nyx Fang's spears reach him first, as she has more range and launch them first. The beastman boss protects his head and takes the spears head-on. The ice spears shatter after drawing a bit of blood. The fire spears singe him, but neither can pierce his hide. Lorik fires his sword auras once he's landed. The beastman boss jumps above them, but they turn and chase him. They pierce him from below and go through his body. His body crashes into a heap of bloody flesh before disappearing. Your sword aura is too strong, Nyx Fang says, clearly mad. Her spears couldn't kill it. Lorik just nods before walking over to where the boss died. He collects its crystal before finding a dagger next to it. It dropped an item, Lorik says before storing the dagger away. Lorik rides Nyx Fang out of the dungeon. Once out, they find a place far enough from the others and set up for the night. After a quick dinner, they lay down for the night. Lorik sleeps on the ground, and Nyx Fang lies next to him. Nyx Fang's presence is enough to scare off anyone who would have gotten any ideas. By now, word of Nyx Fang has spread so people can recognize her. What they also recognize is that her master, Lorik, is Cyrilda Ironheart's disciple. No thief is stupid enough to try something against him while knowing that. Lorik wakes up the next day to the sun shining down on him. He gets up before eating a quick breakfast. Nyx Fang eats some of the animal meat Lorik bought. After eating, they head back into the dungeon. Now that they know where everything is, they move faster. They take out the beastmen ambushes quickly before reaching the camp. They take out the patrols silently, not letting them blow the horn. Then they look at the camp. How should we do this? Should we lure them out here or go in there? Nix Fang asks Lorik. Lorik's about to reply when he sees something. There's something else in there. It wasn't there before, Lorik says. They're both speaking using their soul, so the beastmen can't hear them. What is it? Another boss? Nix Fang asks. No, it's smaller. It's only a foot tall, but it's wide. I can't tell what it is by aura alone. Let's lure them out here and keep our guard up. Lorik says, causing Nix Fang to nod. They step back before Nix Fang howls. The 4 beastmen guards inside run out. They use their magic again and attack. Before they get close enough, Nix Fang and Lorik slay them. The boss roars next and gets up before running over to them. This time, Nix Fang doesn't do anything. Lorik creates another round of sword auras and uses them to kill the beastman boss. Lorik gathers the crystals, but doesn't get another item. They then go inside the camp. There are a few tents surrounding the wooden throne the boss was on. Behind the throne is a wooden chest. It's a chest? Nix Fang asks as they get close. But it has an aura. Regular chests wouldn't have that. Lorik says before turning to Nix Fang. He motions for her to get ready, and she nods. He then walks up to the chest before kicking it as hard as he can. The chest flies open, revealing a long tongue and rows of sharp teeth. The inside is a fleshy pink. It suddenly shoots up as 2 long legs grow from it. Arms shoot out of its sides next. Its fingers and toes end in claws. Its arms and legs are long, each about 3 feet long. The lid remains open, like a monster's mouth when getting ready to eat. It started walking to Lorik, who backed off after it opened up. Before getting close, spears of ice and fire slam into it. The ice spears shatter on contact, but the fire spears burn it. Nix Fang switches to fire spears only as the monster continues marching to Lorik. Lorik shoots out his sword auras, one aimed at its left leg and the other at its chest. His sword aura cuts its leg off, but only cuts into its chest. Pink blood spills out of its wounds as it falls. The monster starts crawling to get to Lorik. Lorik uses his sword aura to cut off its arms and remaining leg. It's now just down to its chest body, which closed. Lorik and Nix Fang continue attacking it without pause. After enduring round after round of fire spears and Lorik's sword aura, it roars before disappearing. What the hell was that? Nix Fang asks after it disappears. I have no idea. Lorik replies before seeing something shine where the monster was. Lorik walks over and picks up a necklace. The necklace is a silver chain containing 3 charms. One is an orange-red gem in the shape of a flame. The next is a blue gem in the shape of an ice cube. The last is a silver gem in the shape of a sword. At least it dropped something, Lorik says before getting on Nix Fang. The 2 leave the dungeon and head straight for the capital. After passing through the gate, Lorik heads to the academy. There, he enters the task center to turn in the task. He gets the 1,000 points before heading to the trading hall. He sells the crystals for 619 points. He appraises the dagger and necklace. The dagger isn't good, so he sells it for another 500 points. Did you encounter a mimic? The trading hall staff asks Lorik after appraising the necklace. What's a mimic? Is it a monster that looks like a chest and grows arms and legs? Lorik asks, causing the woman to nod. That sounds like an advanced mimic. Mimics are monsters that rarely appear in dungeons. They're tough, always tougher than the boss of the dungeon, but their rewards are always better than the boss's. What's more, they're unique. The items dropped change depending on what laws used to kill it. There are 3 types of mimics. Common mimics, which only have their chest body. They open up and attack when someone tries to open them. Many mages get wounded this way, as mimics are hard to detect. They all have abilities that hide them from most detection spells and tools. Anyway, after common are advanced mimics. They can grow arms and legs and chase you down. Finally, there are legendary mimics. These mimics can supposedly use magic, but hardly anyone's ever seen them, or at least lived to tell about it. However, while they're dangerous, it's very good to encounter them. Take this necklace. It boosts the power of any ice, fire, and sword laws you use. The woman says before Lorik thanks her and takes the necklace. He puts it on before heading back to the dorms. It's now afternoon, sometime past 2. Nix Fang returned to his soul but listened in on the conversation. So it was a mimic. I wonder if we'll encounter another one again. Nix Fang says, speaking with her soul. Maybe? I mean, this was only my 4th time in a dungeon. We could have good luck with mimics. Lorik replies. Or, you used all your luck and you'll never see one again, Nixfang says, causing Lorik to sigh. Lorik enters their dorm and finds it empty. He checks his bracelet and sees a message from Sarah. She says they're taking on a team task, but will be back by night at the latest. Lorik goes up to his room and starts making some potions. He just makes a few more low-level healing potions, intending to sell them for some more gold. After a few hours, the others return. Lorik's too into his alchemy to hear them come in, though. It's not until Rowan heads to bed that he taps Lorik's shoulder. He tells him he's heading to bed, surprising Lorik with the time. Lorik quickly wraps up what he was doing and heads to bed, needing to be ready for tomorrow.